gonna make him an offer again.
Of all the gin joints and all the towns and all the
Can't
world.
handle the truth. Gentlemen, you can't fight in here. This is the
Frankly,
war.
my dear, I don't give a damn.
This is where the fun begins.
Fasten your seatbelts. It's going to be a bumpy night.
All right, we're back. Welcome to our episode of Multiplex Movie Melee. We got ourselves a debut match of sorts. We got a team that we've never seen before in a Geeks Together Strong of Javi, Madden, and Albert Weird Harma. Very neat team up. Glad to have them here. Definitely going to be a kind of a just say they're be a fun team to have. I'm very interested to see what they bring to the table. And we got Law Deal, who is now 0-0 because of the qualifying players who went into our last one standing. Jacoby was able to do the best, and he opted to give his team a record reset. So Law Deal, you know what? They're gonna go at it again. It'll be fun to see, and luck be have it, they lost the coin toss, so they're actually technically lower ranked competitors here. So we're just gonna bring them in and talk to Law Deal. How you guys doing?
First match ever. What do you think, Jacoby? How are you feeling about our team chemistry chances
I'm
here?
feeling pretty good with our team chemistry. I think I have an inkling that we can work well together, that our strengths sort of complement each other, and I have a feeling we might be able to go far.
I've hallucinated like 11 matches or something where we did decently well together. But I think we're happy to be back. We're happy to get the record reset. I think it makes sense for us to get it, because we had some tough matches in the beginning. I think we're a good team, but we had some tough matches in the beginning. We played Judgment City, we played Back to Formula. We had really, we had some tough opponents in the beginning and kind of dug ourselves in a hole that was a little bit tougher to get out of. And so I think we're really going to benefit from having, a clean slate at it and a chance to sort of build up our record that we didn't get before. But, fingers crossed again. We're playing two experienced players here.
Yeah. They're good, and they're good. Yeah, I'm nervous. I really want to do well. I didn't realize how nervous a 0-0 record would make me. First, I thought that'd be so hunky dory and all good. It's like, oh crap. Well, now we gotta you want to start off strong. But I'm excited. It's been a while since I played with Scott. Last time it was. I'm excited. You can bring in the other team at this point. I was going on a very long-winded rant about how much I love this man. But
we love hearing your rants.
I get it. There you
go. I gotta tell you, whenever we introduced the idea of using the record reset for teams, you guys were among the short list. I really wanted to see you win it. I'm glad that happened. But we'll bring in your debut opponents, which are Geeks Together Strong, which is Javi and Albert. How y'all doing?
You good?
I feel good. I feel good. This is going to be an exciting team between me and Javi. One geek, easily breakable, but multiple geeks, very strong. So.
Yeah. You know what? My goal today is to make Law Deal have to use another record reset. So let's go.
I gotta tell you, Albert. I would have laughed so hard if you accidentally broke those sticks.
Yeah, I know.
It would have been the funniest thing.
That would have been the. Oh my gosh! Can you imagine?
Anyway, let's go ahead and get started. Gonna go into round number 1. It's gonna work like this. You're gonna get 8 questions, 8 general movie categories. Gonna have 15 seconds to write your answer down on your whiteboard. At the end of that time, we'll ask that you show and verbalize your answer. If you get all 8 correct, you'll get a bonus question also worth a point. And you also get 3 repeats of challenge to use throughout the match. Anything else before we get started?
No. Good luck, guys.
Good luck, guys.
Mm-hmm. All right. Your first question comes in the category of animated. What 2010s animated film is about a boy and a girl swapping bodies across time, all the while a meteorite is about to crash into the girl's village? Getting me going with a 4-liner. 4-liner. I always get nervous when I see some long ones like that. I was like, oh boy, it's going to happen at some point. I thought it happened in Meteorite, but it didn't. So, there we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Let's go to Jacoby.
Your name?
Albert.
It's my favorite film of all time. Your name.
Scott.
Rigged. Your name.
Avi.
Your name.
Your name is correct. Everybody getting that. Going to your next question. The category directors. Who directed Total Recall and Showgirls? Gonna go right into that one because I saw the second one of these. I thought it's kind of wild that this person did that movie. I did not think of that. That's kind of neat. 5,
Good movie.
4.
Repeat the question.
3. All right, that is Geeks Together Strong. First, repeat your question again. Who directed Total Recall and Showgirls?
Really hope. Well, I won't say.
Right.
I'll just say after.
Yeah, I just didn't. I just didn't think of it. Interesting, but yeah, this is like we repeat. Like I got nothing. Right? I don't know. 5, 4.
You could talk about how Showgirls is a good movie.
1. I could. Pens down. Let's go to Albert.
This is a person's name, Paul Verhoeven.
All right, Scott.
If that was a guess, Albert. Paul Verhoeven.
Sounds familiar.
Hobby.
I really hope you're referring to the first Total Recall, Paul Verhoeven.
And Jacoby.
Paul Verhoeven.
Paul Verhoeven is correct. It was.
Good job, buddy.
Let's
First
go.
Total Recall. Going into your next question, the category of westerns. Oh boy, here we go again. What classic western ends with a freeze frame shot of the two titular characters as they charge out of a building, all guns ablazing? Yeah, I mean, little thing. It did say I did say ablazing. It just says blazing, but the guns ablazing sounds, more, whatever. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Was it Scott?
Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid.
Okay, Javi.
Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid. Sorry, weird lighting. There we go.
Jacoby.
Trying to write really fast to give away it's not a long title, but Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid.
Albert.
Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid.
Nice.
Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid is correct. Everybody staying perfect after 3. Going into your fourth question in the category of comic book movies. What song plays over the end credits of Black Panther?
Shoot.
Yeah. This is very interesting. I love when we get to this. Is like we're just kind of, as a host, you're just kind of waiting. Okay, who's gonna draw first blood, so to speak? When is that gonna happen? 5, 4, 3.
Repeat.
2, 1. All right, that is Ladiel's first. Repeat your question again. What song plays over the end credits of Black Panther?
I don't know the answer. I'm gonna close a tab real quick. I'm not changing my answer.
Okay.
And it's also wrong. I know that for a fact, but
As long as you don't write anything down and make things easy for me. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Where the fuck? Yeah, Toby.
I don't listen to a lot of modern music. I think Kendrick Lamar, so they not like us. I don't know.
Jacoby.
Is stars somewhere in the title?
Yeah,
Albert.
All the Stars.
Ah, yeah,
God
that's
damn.
it. Nice. Hell yeah.
And Scott.
All the Stars.
All the Stars is the correct answer, so we still stay tied. Scott and Albert getting that 7-7.
Sorry, partner.
Go.
Oh, you're good.
Going to your next question in the category of musicals. How is Tony killed in both versions of West Side Story? Both versions. Saw the older version, and it's not a fan. It was really long, and like I just couldn't do it. As like I'm just not the person that movie is made for. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Let's go to Jacoby.
Shot.
All right, Albert.
I said shot as well.
Scott.
Yeah, I don't know why I thought stabbed, but
And Javi.
I think we're saying tied. Stabbed.
Shot is
Nice.
correct. So still staying tied. Jacoby and Albert getting that right. 8-8. Going into your next question, the category of horror. Who plays Jack in the original Friday the 13th? Now this movie. Yeah, also kind of a pile of shit. Like, I don't understand why people really like. I mean, I guess people just really like the killer here. They really are fascinated with, but
No spoilers. I haven't seen it yet, so I don't know.
3, 2, 1, pens down. Where the fuck? Albert.
Kevin Bacon.
Okay. Scott.
Kevin Bacon.
Javi.
Kevin Bacon.
And Jacoby.
Kevin Bacon.
Kevin Bacon is a food last name. Yeah, that is correct. Still tied, 10-10. Going into your penultimate question in the round, comes in the category of comedy. At the beginning of That's My Boy, Donnie is romantically involved with someone with what profession? Yep. There we go. That's it. Now, I don't even know how to talk about this one. I'm really scared of where my banter would go if I just talked about it. So I'm just, going to count us down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Let's go to Scott.
Stripper.
All right. Javi.
His teacher.
Jacoby.
Teacher.
And Albert.
I said supermodel.
And with that, there are no more perfect rounds. And we stayed tied 11-11. Teacher was the correct answer. Javi and Jacoby getting that correct. Going into your final question in round number 1 comes the category of crime. Oh, boy. In Goodfellas, who plays Jimmy Conway, the organizer of the Lufthansa heist? That was it. Like, who plays the organizer of the Lufthansa heist?
Which one is this?
Yeah, right?
That was really weird. Apologize for that, but
Dang it, I just watched this too.
okay. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Let's go to Javi.
Robert De Niro.
Jacoby.
So I also guessed because I thought he organized it.
All right, what? What'd you write?
Yeah, sorry, Robert De Niro.
Who wrote it?
Oh, Robert De Niro.
He wrote
Okay.
it.
Albert.
I said Ray Liotta.
And Scott.
We did it. Robert De Niro.
Robert De Niro is the correct answer. So Law Deal breaking the tie at the very end of round 1. Getting their score up to 13. But Geeks Together Strong right behind them with 12. So with that, we're going into round number 2, which is our wheel round, in which both teams will get a chance to spin our wheel. They like what they spin on the first time, they can keep it. If not, they can like to spin again, but they must keep what they land on the second time. You can get 5 questions, whatever category you land on, worth 2 points apiece. Or you can check down a multiple choice, worth 1 point apiece. But there is stealing, so please watch your asses there. The categories that you can spin on today are Mission Impossible and strength level recent releases, which are our strength categories, as well as comic book movies, directors, comedy, 1980s, coming of age / teen, Oscars, and spinners and opponent's choice. Law Deal, you're ahead. You want to spin first or defer?
Probably any reason why we wouldn't defer? I can't think of one.
Let's just defer.
Yeah.
You got it. All right. Geeks Together Strong. This will be your first spin.
Okay.
It's going to be odd because we did not talk about anything at all prior to this.
So we didn't.
You land on coming of age / teen. Would you like to keep that or spin again?
I
How
don't
do you feel
like
about
it.
this? You don't like it?
I don't
Then
like
let's
it. But
spin.
if you
Then
feel
let's
good
spin.
about
Let's
it,
spin
then-
away.
All right, great. We'll respin, please.
All right.
Come on, one of the 2. I guess 3 if you count spinners.
And you land on the 1980s. 1980s.
Not one of the two. All right.
So I will give you your questions in the 1980s, obviously, because I am the only one fucking here. So here is your first question in the category of the 1980s. What 80s crime film features a cop trying to save a baby in a shootout in a train station?
What the hell?
No, I
I
don't
don't
know.
know.
Do you want to go multiple?
Multiple choice?
Unless you have
Yeah,
an inkling, do you want to talk it out, or do you want to just go multiple?
a baby in a train station during a shootout? I have no idea. Let's go multiple.
Yeah, multiple choice, please.
Multiple choice options are A. Black Rain, B. Blue Velvet, C. Witness, or D. The Untouchables.
See, The Untouchables first came to my mind, but I don't remember it, and I've seen that one, so I don't know why it came to my mind. So I haven't seen the other three. I have seen The
I
Untouchables. I don't
haven't seen
remember
any
it, but
of
that was the
them.
first thing that came to mind. Do you want to just go for
Let's
it?
go Untouchables.
Untouchables, final answer.
That is correct for 1 point.
Great.
It's the best scene of all time. Y'all got to watch it. It's so good.
I've
really
seen
good.
the movie. I just don't remember it.
I didn't remember that scene either.
Your next question. In Cocoon, the aliens rent a house that is next door to what type of establishment?
I haven't seen it.
Haven't either. Never heard of it. So
Right.
multiple choice.
Yeah, multiple, please. Thank you.
Multiple choice options are A. A roller rink, B. A retirement home, C. A hospital, or D. An amusement park.
I don't think hospital would be that interesting. Roller rink seems oddly specific.
So is a retirement home. It's like oddly specific.
Yeah. Do you want to?
5.
Let's repeat the options. You want to repeat the options?
Let's repeat the
Repeat
options.
the options, please.
All right, there's your first. Repeat the options. The options again are A. Roller rink, B. Retirement home, C. Hospital, or D. Amusement park.
I don't hate retirement home, actually.
I'm gonna do retirement home.
Yeah, let's go for it.
All right.
Retirement home.
Retirement.
Final.
That is correct for 1 point.
All right.
Nice job, but that didn't even process in my brain as weird. I don't know why.
Yeah.
Next time, go
Yeah.
with your first choice.
The next question. Who directed Honey, I Shrunk the Kids?
That's Joe Johnston, right?
Yes, Joe Johnston. Yep.
Or is it? Wait. Joe Johnston or is it Joe Dante? Because I always get them mixed up.
Johnston.
You sure? Okay, let's go with it. Then.
90% sure it is.
Let's go with it. Joe Johnston, final answer.
That is correct for 2 more points. All right.
Joe Dante, something.
Penultimate question. In which 80s fantasy film will you find the characters Honeythorn Gump, Princess Lily, and Brown Tom?
Okay. I only know of 2 fantasy 80s films, and I'm not sure one of them is the 80s. Legend or Willow. Those 2 sound familiar. It
Haven't
seems
seen
like something.
either.
Me neither. So you want to go multiple choice to
Let's
minimize
go
this
multiple
steal?
choice.
Multiple
Yes.
choice, please.
Multiple choice options are: is it A, The Dark Crystal, B, Return to Oz, C, Willow, or D, Legend?
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Pretty good. Pretty good.
Huh. Go with your gut.
Yeah, but which one though? I'm gonna just go with Willow. You cool with Willow?
Let's go, Willow.
Willow, final answer.
That is incorrect. Going under a law deal for the 1 point steal. Is it A, The Dark Crystal, B, Return to Oz, C, Willow, or D, Legend?
Do you have any sort of inkling here? When he first said it, I thought the Dark Crystal, but like
Okay,
when
to
he
see that, I that's what I thought it wasn't, but
okay, but I'm not sure. Like Brown, like is that a return? I don't think it's Legend, but I haven't seen Legend to be honest. I think it's
5, 4.
I don't know which one.
let's try Return to Oz. Return to Oz, final answer.
That is also incorrect. The answer was D, Legend.
Oh,
Dang
okay.
it.
Well,
I wouldn't know about that.
I was
Close.
I haven't seen
that
that
And,
movie.
This will be final question in the 1980s. Who plays Pete's friend Al Yaki in Always?
Oh, is that's the Spielberg one, right?
Oh, okay.
Okay, do you know if a John or a Jim Belushi's in it?
5,
Do you want to go
multiple
multiple?
choice?
Yeah, let's go multiple, please.
All right, multiple choice options are A. John Goodman, B. Dustin Hoffman, C. John Malkovich, or D. Jeff Goldblum.
Okay, John Goodman's in the movie. I don't know if he's the best friend or if he's the guy in the movie. I don't know, but I'm pretty sure John Goodman's in the movie.
Okay. Yeah, let's go with it.
All right, John Goodman, final answer.
That is correct for 1
Nice.
point.
Nice.
So that Geeks Gather Strong able to get through 80s. Again, the score up to 17. Law Deal still at still at 13. Yeah,
Pretty good. Hey, we're doing all right,
So-
buddy.
But that will bring back up the wheel, and this will be Law Deal's first spin. And you land on directors. Would you like to keep that or spin again?
I say we keep it. I mean,
I should take
I
it,
know,
right?
I know. Like, maybe a little bit stronger, but like we're only down by
Yeah.
4 points. So
I don't think. Yeah, we shouldn't risk it for something worse.
let's take it.
Alrighty then. Only getting 3 wheel spins today. All right. Here is your first question in the category of directors. Jan de Bont and Robert Wise have both directed films with what title?
John Bond films. Twister.
Twister Speed.
I don't know any Robert Wise films.
I probably know multiple.
Let's go multiple
Multiple
then.
choice.
Multiple choice, please.
Multiple choice options are: is it A, The Haunting, B, The Day the Earth Stood Still, C, Speed, or D, Twister?
Okay, Robert Wise did direct The Day the Earth Stood Still.
But didn't Scott Derrickson do the remake?
Did he do that?
I thought he did the remake. Of
Okay.
The Day the
I
Earth
think
Stood
it's
Still.
A then.
Okay.
The Haunting. Yeah.
Fine.
A, final answer.
A, The Haunting is correct for 1 point.
Good job.
Sure. And I can handle the multiple choice and the final answer if that helps you think a little more, or at least the
Okay.
multiple choice. If that.
We should have come up.
I mean, we're both contributing equally to this.
Next
One,
question.
I didn't use the code either.
Doesn't matter.
Who directed Heartbreak Ridge?
Oh, I was asked this at some point.
Was that Clint Eastwood?
Did he do that one? Yeah, that sounds right. Depends how confident you want to swing it.
I'm pretty confident, and I don't think they're going to steal. So I'll say
Okay.
Clint Eastwood, final answer.
That is correct for 2 points.
Nice.
You're right. I wouldn't have stolen. That was a good instinct.
All right, next question. Who directed the 2020 film On the Rocks?
That's Sofia Coppola.
Yes, it is.
Sofia Coppola, final answer.
That is correct for another 2 points. Your penultimate question. What was the directorial debut of Cameron Crowe?
What did he do before?
Say Anything, his directorial debut.
That I'm not confident, to be honest. If
That
was
came-
just-
I'm pretty sure that's
Right.
okay.
wanna
Let's
repeat?
let's repeat it. Yeah, repeat the question.
I wasn't even sure. I'm not even sure.
That
that's
is Law Deal's second repeat. Your question again. What was the directorial debut of Cameron Crowe?
Singles was later. Jerry Maguire was later.
Yeah. If you think if he directed Say Anything, I would say go for it.
He did.
I thought-
Yeah. No.
Okay.
He did. Say Anything. Final answer.
That is correct for 2 more points.
You named a bunch of movies that I did not know Cameron Crowe directed.
And your last question in directors. Who directed The Negotiator, Be Cool, and Law Abiding Citizen?
Antoine Fuqua.
Be Cool. Oh, and Law Abiding Citizen, Antoine Fuqua. Yeah, I'm pretty sure, right?
Nobody else is coming to mind for you?
Not for Be Cool. I just watched Get Shorty. And I was wondering who did the second one. I think you're. Go for it.
Antoine Fuqua. Final answer.
Dang.
That is incorrect. Going over to Geeks Together
Whoa.
Strong for the 2-point steal.
Dang, I could have sworn he did do Law Abiding Citizen. That's crazy.
I know who it is now.
The only name that comes to mind probably is wrong, but I was thinking of Peter Berg, but I don't know.
Okay. I have no clue. I thought straight up it was Anton Fuqua. Go for it.
2.
Okay, Peter Berg, final answer.
That is also
Yeah,
incorrect.
very
The
good.
correct answer was F. Gary Gray.
That sort of came to my brain too, but I was thinking, no, Men in Black International.
Yeah.
But that Law Deal still doing very well in the category, getting their score up to 20. Geeks Together Strong right behind them with 17. So we going into round number 3, which is our Pick Your Poison round, in which our competitors have drafted from our list of general categories before the match. They will now draft from those categories again to see what their answer here in round number 3. You get as many as 4 questions worth 1, 2, 3, 4 points apiece. Once a category is selected, it cannot be taken or answered by their opponent. The categories that are available today are recent releases, family, 2010s, animation, directors, comic book movies, mystery thriller, and romantic comedies. We have our teams select their categories and hopefully come back to finish this one out. All right, we're back. Our teams have selected their categories, and the way it's going to go, we're going to go till we are out of questions or one team is mathematically eliminated. We will start with the team that is behind, which today is Geeks Together Strong. So, Geeks, what would you like for your 1-point question?
Want to take directors?
Let's do directors.
Yeah, we'll do directors, please.
Got it. Directors. Here's your 1-pointer. Category directors. Name 2 films directed by Gus Van Sant.
Pretty sure he did Dead Poet Society.
Hands
right?
up, Albert. Albert,
Oh,
hands up.
sorry. Yeah. He also did. He did Good Will Hunting. No.
Sure. I might be mistaking the
Dead Poets.
Dead Poet Society with, but do you want to just go for it?
3.
Let's just repeat.
Repeat.
All right, that's your second repeat. Your question again. Name 2 films directed by Gus Van Sant.
I know he did. I'm pretty sure he did the Psycho remake.
You want to go with that? I'm fine with it if you feel good about it. I've not. Do you want to go with Good Will Hunting?
Good Will Hunting and Psycho?
Yeah.
I'll take the bullet for it. Okay, Psycho and Good Will Hunting. Final answer.
That is correct for 2 point. 1 point. 1 point. It's 1 point.
Was Dead Poet Society one of them also?
It was wrong.
Nope,
Yeah.
it was not. So thank you.
I was thinking the wrong one. Oh,
there
nice try,
are
buddy.
there are a lot of options. You can look it up after. Still behind. What'd you like for your 2-point question?
Rom-coms?
Rom-coms.
Great.
Got it. Rom-coms it is. So here's your 2-pointer in the category of romantic comedies. Who stars as Will Freeman in About a Boy?
About a Boy is Nicholas Hoult, right?
I haven't seen this.
I don't know. I'm pretty sure he's the boy from About a Boy, but I don't know if he's Nicholas Hoult. Final answer.
That is incorrect. We're looking for the adult, Hugh Grant.
Okay. Oh, sorry.
I said the same thing.
Oh, good. I wouldn't have guessed it anyway, too.
Sorry, buddy. I he's in it, right? I don't know if I'm crazy.
Yeah, I would have said
He-
Nicholas
he's
Hoult.
in it.
Okay.
I didn't.
So with that, we will stick with you for your
romantic
3-pointer.
comedy. Yeah. Family or animated? It doesn't matter at this point. They're the same question, but
Okay, let's do family then.
great. Let's do family.
Got it. All right, here's your 3-pointer category family. In Percy Jackson and the Olympians, the Lightning Thief, what is the name of the sanctuary for demigod children?
Camp Half Blood.
Yeah, Camp Half Blood. Pretty sure. Go for it. We don't have a better guess. I'm pretty sure that's it. That's in one of them. I don't know if it's
Camp Half Blood. Final answer.
And that is correct for
Nice.
3
Yeah.
points. And your score up to 21. Sending it right back over to Law Deal. Go over to you. What would you like for your 1-point question?
Comic book movies.
Yeah, we need that for one. Comic book movies, please.
Got it. Here's your 1-pointer. Category comic book movies. What is the full name of the man who becomes the Joker in 1989's Batman?
Jack something, right?
Jack Napier. It's Jack Napier.
Yeah.
Jack Napier. Final answer.
That is correct for 1 point.
For a moment, just completely left my brain.
that does tie it up 21 apiece. You got more questions, so what do you like for your 2-point question?
I think we go mystery thriller here.
Yeah, I agree.
All right, then mystery thriller it is. Here's your 2-pointer, mystery thriller. What actress plays twin sisters Aubrey Fleming and Dakota Moss in I Know Who Killed Me?
That's Lindsay Lohan.
Lindsay Lohan, right? Yeah.
Lindsay Lohan. Final answer. Yeah.
That is correct for 2 more points.
She's in 2 I'm a
Twin movies. Yeah, I was about to say.
Very different movies.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they are. Well, there's where we're at, everybody. We have going back over to Geeks Together Strong. They have 1 question left, which is their 4-pointer and animation. If they hit it, they will send it back over to Law Deal to answer more questions. If not, the match will go to Law Deal. And just a reminder, you guys do have 1 more repeat.
Okay.
So here is your 4-point question and animation. In what 2010s animated film do the main characters perform to the song Firework by Katy Perry?
That's
Is that
Madagascar Escape? No. Europe's
Most
Most
Wanted.
Wanted. Thank you. Yes.
Right?
Yes, that's 100% correct.
Is there a number 3 in the title, or is there not?
I
Madagascar
think if
3
we
or
just
Most
say
Wanted?
Madagascar, I don't think they're going to be nitpicky about the
Okay.
number.
4.
Madagascar, Europe's Most Wanted. Final answer.
That is unfortunately incorrect. We do have Madagascar 3, Europe's Most Wanted.
Yeah, we're going to throw the
Challenge?
challenge flag out just
Okay.
because we gave the big part of it. It's like Anchorman, the legend continues. So do with that what you will.
Be right back after this challenge.
Is that a challenge?
All right, we're back from the challenge. We needed 3. We needed Madagascar 3, Europe's Most Wanted, or we needed 3 in there. Geeks Together Strong just didn't do that. It didn't do that, so that means, and your winners, Law Deal. That we will go into post-match interviews, so I put everybody backstage. Yeah, this is a good match. I mean, we were tied virtually the entire way through round 1. It was the last person called that finally broke the tie in round 1, and it was Law Deal just got a category that they were just a little bit better at. Although Geeks still worked pretty well of 80s, which is not a category I know they wanted, but honestly, they worked really well together as a team. I know Law Deal really wanted to get started again on the right foot. They were able to do that. They really get the win here. But I do think Geeks Together Strong, I think, could very well give some teams some tough matches here. Excited to see what they do going forward. We'll go into post-match interviews now. Bring in first Geeks Together Strong, Javi, Albert. Yeah, like I said, I feel like you guys played pretty well together. I think you guys did have solid chemistry here. It was just, unfortunately, it's just a title thing there that kept the game from going forward. But overall, how do you feel about the match?
I'm
Oh,
just
you
go ahead.
Yeah.
No, I was just impressed that we both in sync think Madagascar directly. You're supposed to want it, even though we got Tyler on. Was like, oh, it's that that's fast. I was like, huh, okay, but yeah. But no, we were facing a strong team, so it was going to be a tall task for us, and we kept it really close. So I'm proud of our performance despite the loss.
Got anything, Javi?
Yeah, no, it's just a bummer that we went out that way. I wish I'd listened to Albert's gut, just being like, just include the 3, and I was like, I don't know, maybe it's precedence elsewhere that it's just like, nah, subtitles acceptable if if the movie has a subtitle. So I don't know. I thought if I included the name of the franchise, which is obviously in the start of it, and then the subtitle, that'd be enough. 3 is necessary. Kind of sucks, but if there's precedent, there's precedent. It's a bummer that I let Albert down with that. We came in with no expectations though, so like this is good. We both. I messaged Albert being like, "How you feeling tonight?" He said, "I didn't remember this was happening," and I said, "Same." I straight up. We put Mission Impossible on the wheel. I was like, "Oh, I should have watched more than one Mission Impossible movie for this." So no, Law Deal's great. The fact that we didn't get TKO'd for me is a win. So yeah, listen, we got friggin' 3 of the 4. No, we didn't get Nicholas Holt. We got 2 of the 4. That was pretty good. We got Half Blood. Have you seen Percy Jackson? I haven't seen him.
Seen a YouTube video about it. That's it.
Nice, cool. That counts. That counts for something.
I think overall, like this does put you guys in solid position. I think definitely pretty solid accuracy throughout the match. Definitely bringing you guys back. Anybody you would want to face coming up?
I'm still on a vendetta to make a Law Deal force a record reset. So I'll do. Well, let's play Law Deal again, and this time we get our strength, and they get, I don't know, 80s or whatever. Same thing we got. No.
All right.
Yeah. Whoever. I don't care.
All right, playing the long game here. Gotcha.
Yeah, we're back, baby.
See you guys down the road. Thank you for coming in. Oh, you're right there. And yeah, bring in Law Deal, your winners today, Scott, Jacoby. Yeah, I think this is the match I think you guys wanted to have going into your record reset here. Playing very well at around number 1. I still think you played pretty well in directors. I think maybe you took maybe a second longer, probably would have done a little bit better in the category, but still only had to answer 2 questions in round 3. A pretty good way to start it out. How do you feel?
Yeah, no, I should have taken a couple seconds on the West Side Story one first of all in round 1 because I knew it was shot, and then with again you saw like it went over to them for the steal, and by the time the question had been read again, I remembered what the answer was to that question. I remembered that it was F. Gary Gray. So probably could have just taken an extra second there, but I'm glad it didn't cost us in the end. Shout out to my friend Noah Baumbach, who I used to use as a strength because Madagascar 3, Europe Most Wanted, one of his most iconic films, of course, and it helped us out there in the end. So, but I hate to win that way. I do because they played a good game, and beforehand they were talking like, again they're saying we don't want to get TKO'd. They were in this game till the very end, and if they said 3, they could have very well have won the match. So
I agree. It sucks to win that way. I'm happy that we won. I am confident, I'm more than 75 to 80% that because of how Scott and I operate, that we would have had to have gotten at least one of the either the 2010s or the recent releases, and I'm pretty confident that we would have, but anything could have happened. So that's crazy. But I'm very happy for the win, and I'm happy to be back. So yeah, but they're great competitors, and it was a lot of fun playing them.
Yeah. I think earlier you mentioned a fever dream of past matches that you played before. I don't know if you're thinking of in that fever dream of the past matches in which you lost. I don't know if there's anybody you want to take on.
We don't want to play, right? We're not playing Milwaukee Beers again. Although technically now we've never played them before. But
don't put that in their heads for anything. And for matches I may have lost before, I forgot who I was playing in that round. But yes, we'll play anybody. We'll be good to go. Next up,
we just want to build up our record a little bit more than we were able to last time.
All right, then we'll certainly do what we can there. Put you guys backstage. Congratulations again, and sign this one out here. That'll do it for us here at Multiplex Movie Melee. Thank you for watching. Thank you everybody for showing up today. Thank you again, Geeks Together Strong, both Javi and Albert. Thank you again to your winners today, Scott and Jacoby. Thank you everybody who does work on behind the scenes, writers, editors, hosts, what have you. Keep this show coming to you, the people. And, I was here, so everybody be well.
Where we're going, we don't need roads.
In case I don't see you.
I'm gonna go home and sleep with my wife.
I think this is the beginning of a beautiful friendship.